everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Tuesday card in this week's tarot story. Today we have the Nine of Swords reversed. So swords are connected to the mind. They're about ideas, beliefs, paradigms, mindsets. And the number 9 is the penultimate step in a 10-step trajectory, which is what the tarot is based on, which means this is the moment just before you complete your transformation, you cross the finish line, and you move on to another piece of work. So this card represents the moment just before the mind leaves behind an old paradigm and steps into something new. And it's quite a fraught card. It shows this woman sitting up in her bed. Her hands are over her face as though she's terrified. She's shaking. She's having a panic attack. Something is happening to her, right? So when we see this card, it's very easy to think this woman is in danger. She's scared as though something is about to get her. But this is a swords card. So it reminds us that this terror she's experiencing isn't in the world, the physical world around her. It is in her mind. Something is making her mind panic right here. And if we look at the way the mind moves, it makes sense. This is the moment of cold feet. The mind knows, and actually the mind does this in other places too, but the mind knows that once you cross the finish line, you are actually embracing new life, which means you have to first embrace death. And that actually, you can see that in the Ten of Swords. It's represented by a man lying flat on his face with swords in his back. He's been killed off. So it's kind of violent. But so the mind knows that this is a dying moment. And even though the mind has just trooped right along the whole way, this is the 9th step in the trajectory, the mind here realizes that it's almost past the point of no return and it panics a little. So this happens regularly. Whenever you're at the moment of transformation, the moment where you cinch the deal, the moment you finish the project, there's that trepidation. And that's because the mind knows once you do this, you step out of the known into the unknown, which is what you agreed to, but it's still getting scared right here, right? So the reversal here suggests to me the mind might actually be having a serious time, a serious problem with balking at this last step. And it could actually be telling all kinds of stories. I feel like this makes sense that because yesterday's card was the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And I talked about how the Wheel of Fortune reversed connects to times in our lives where things aren't going the way we want them to. And maybe we're feeling like we've got bad luck or the universe is against us or we're being judged. We're having we make up a story about why things aren't going our way. And the story, as most of us are aware, the story can take on a life of its own and kind of take us completely out of the moment into projections of judgment and fear and being victimized and all these other stories. I feel like that may be happening here with the reversal of the 9 of Swords. The mind is thinking, oh no, I'm being attacked. How did I get here? I've been tricked. I'm being, even though the mind has been willingly walking through every step, it's like the mind has lost track of its own volition, its own authority here, and it feels like it's being put upon, something's being put upon it, instead of it's getting exactly what it asked for. So here, it's good to know that the mind has a tendency anyway to get very nervous at the moment of transformation, that nothing bad is happening, but the mind needs some extra support and reassurance. It hasn't made a mistake. Nothing's out to get it. That danger it's sensing isn't real. It's just the moment of transition, which is scary. It's like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. And that is scary. We want to acknowledge that. Transitions are hard, but they're also, that's where the magic happens. That's where growth happens. So even though they're hard and they're scary, we can move into them with faith, knowing that every death leads to new life. And the mind knows this because it's been walking up to the 9 point up until right now. It just needs to be reminded that the soul comes in and says, I'm with you, you're fine, you haven't made a mistake. Let's just step on over to the 10 and let the transformation happen. That's what's happening today. See you tomorrow for our next card. Bye.